Today you join me at one of the single best car events that happens annually here in Australia. This is Black Label 2025. This is an invitational car show, which means that the cars here have all been incredibly carefully selected. Today's video will be taking you behind the scenes, showing you how an event like this gets put together, what the bump-in process is like, which we are actually in now. Doors don't open to the public for another 4 hours, so we are here super early. I want to take you through the event before everyone gets here to show you a side of the event that even if you came here today, you wouldn't have been able to see. This video is also for you if you do not live in Melbourne or you weren't able to make it today and you want to check out and see what Black Label has to offer. I got you covered. My name's Pat. This is 2PJZ. Let's get stuck in. Before we get too much further into the video, I just want to quickly take a break to please ask you to subscribe. The more subscribers that we get on the channel means the more fun and cool opportunities that we'll get to have. I work really hard on bringing you really unique car content that you don't get to see anywhere else, and a large majority of the viewers of these videos haven't actually subscribed to the channel. So please take 2 seconds if you enjoy my stuff to hit that subscribe button. Hope you enjoy the video. I think a good starting point for today's video is when I got here this morning. I've been here since about 6:45 this morning. It's now 9:10, and in that time I've been running around filming heaps of shots of all the cars rolling in, because that's something that you just do not get to see unless you're here behind the scenes. This is pretty cool access that we have. Enjoy this little montage of all the cars rolling in, and then I'm going to take you on a tour of the event, point out some of my favorite cars.
All work, no pleasure. I ain't here to make friends, big stepper. Hey. Bad guy, Heath Ledger. Ready for wherever, I'll be front and center. Don't fly too close to the sun, your body chopped up by propellers. Came in arrogant, but left out in a stretcher. Fuck the comparison, y'all know y'all couldn't replicate it. Chilling in the desert, I'm good under pressure. Stick around when we hold it down, look at what we found. This a marathon.
My friend, good, how are you? You going well?
Yeah. To the clouds, never coming down. That's the crown on me, wear it proud, show 'em what we bout. Stick around when we hold it down, look at what we found. This a marathon, not a sprint, let's go 100 miles. From the ground with me to the clouds, never coming down. That's the crown on me, wear it proud, fuck what they was talking about. All work, no pleasure.
Oh, you want to jump in with you? I'll jump in with you. How are you?
Good, man. Good.
Whoa.
How are you, man?
Good. You going well?
Yeah, I'm well, man.
Oh, good. There we go. How goes this? I don't have to walk around now. I can just get rolling shots of them.
Right. Going.
Very cool. So, ticked one thing off for the day, going for a drive in an R34 GTR. Didn't expect that, even if it was inside the center here. Alrighty, so here we are at the very front of the event. We've got a couple of the trade stands. We've got Zero Offset here, which is a body kit company, and a lot of you, particularly if you're in the US watching this, will be familiar with Adro. So this is where everyone walks in, and the first couple of displays are here. You've got a GT2 RS Club Sport and this wicked 992 GT3 Cup car, both supplied by Porsche Centre Brighton. I helped bump these 2 cars in last night with my mate Curtis, who you would have seen if you've watched a few other videos on the channel. But taking this off the trailer, rolling around in the black one was a pretty cool thing to do. Some cool things about this car, they only made 200 of these. This is also the most powerful customer car that Porsche have ever made, with around 700 horsepower from its 3.8 litre twin turbo flat 6. These things are an absolute weapon. And unlike the GT3 Cup car here, the Club Sport is a lot easier to drive. This is a 992 GT3 Cup, ex-Middle Eastern race car, I believe. More racing history than the majority of the Australian Carrera Cup cars, which is really interesting. I wanted to check this 944 out. This thing is absolutely sick. Well, I love this dark blue paint. I need to find the owner and ask what this color is, because that is absolutely incredible. But my god, 987 Cayman S here as well. This one has some custom wheels. I think I was talking to Ollie, the owner of this car, before. He actually built these wheels, imported them from the US or Canada and built them himself. So all custom specs, racing dynamics wheels designed to fit this car perfectly, which is mad. The event today, as you can see, is massive. There's well over 200 cars here. It's split up into about, I think, 12 or 13 sections. So what I'm going to do is run you through section by section, pick out some of the highlight cars, but at the same time just try and do quite a quick tour because I don't have time to talk about every single car in detail as much as I'd like to. Let's get on with it. The best part about me coming over this side is that I haven't seen any of these cars yet, so everything that I'm seeing is a real genuine first reaction, but always love a good white R32. Look at these wheels, center lock BBSs, hell yeah. Now we've got two of Burak's cars here. We have featured Burak on the channel before if you've seen the video that we filmed with his similar red E46 M3. Burak actually owns these two cars as well, so that's his E30 M3. And he has this E30 Vert as well. He has a thing for BBS clearly. As you can tell, he's got BBS RSs here on the white Vert and on his E30 as well. Now we will be doing a full video on these two cars because they are incredibly special. But as I said, I don't have a whole lot of time to run through everything in heaps of detail. And this is absolutely sick. So very rare to see a white E46 M3. This one here as well has some full chrome polished BBS LMs. Look at that against the guard there, that's nuts. This is one of the coolest new GR Supras I think I've seen. I absolutely love that on the bronze ZE40s, that looks sick. And that spoiler's actually really nice too, I haven't seen that before, paired with these carbon side skirts and door trims here, which make it look a bit more aggressive when you're looking down the side of the car. In the middle section here, this is where Shannon's are setting up, so they've got a few cars on display. This is a beautiful EK Civic on some white TEs. I feel like we're going to be pointing out a lot of T37s today, both OG and new variations. I don't even know what color green, army green maybe? Khaki green, 180SX, black 32 GTR. We've got some black LMGT4s on this one as well. These are the embossed models, so you can see on the wheel it's not a sticker, they're actually embossed, which is super cool. Super cool EP3 Type R. Again, a car almost bought instead of my Chaser. Sometimes honestly wish I did because these things absolutely rip with the K20A. And you've got a super cool HSV Senator. This thing is sacked as well. Check it out. Very nice car, man. That thing is mad. It's really cool to see a lot of local and also just Australian businesses being promoted at events like this. It's a really good spot because this is an event for purely modified cars and people who love modified cars. And it's just a cool vibe because all these businesses are sort of in different stages of their lives. They're all trying to do the same thing, make the community a better place. How cool is this Tesla? I'm gonna have to genuinely gonna have to start doing a T37 counter. I think that's probably the maybe 10th or 11th set of TEs we've seen, and we've looked at maybe 15 cars. So I want to run through all of these quickly because there's some cool stuff here, including this. Probably one of my highlights, to be honest. On this Chaser, 1JZ number plate, please give me that for mine. Beautiful black NSX with some proper old school JDM parts on it. Love that vented bonnet. Look at those red endless brakes. That looks so cool. It's even got some aftermarket tail lights, which you don't see all too often on these cars. Now, moving on down here, this beautiful blue VL. Yeah, this is legit. I wish my old gunmetal grey looked as good as this, but has some Ray's SE37s on it, so not to be confused with T37s obviously. You've got a beautiful personal Grinter Nardi steering wheel that you can't see because of my reflection. Sick Recaros. I honestly don't actually know what these are called, but I love that pattern, that's sick. Another excellently done 180SX. Something else very cool, this FC RX7. Always have a soft spot for these cars, it's only my FD. This beautiful dark blue E92 M3 on some black TEs. As I said a few times, E92 M3 is a real guilty pleasure car of mine. They weren't so prone to things just going so horribly wrong. I probably would have owned one by now because it has everything that I like. It's an M car, it's a manual, it's a V8, dark blue, all the things, super cool. Would love something like this. But maybe when I got a little bit more cash to the bank, we can jump into one. Let me know if you'd like to see one on the channel at some point though. I'm sure you will. If you get one comment, I might do it one day. We've got roof racks here, got some JDM parts, some wheels. Got some super cool stuff. Has a little AutoZam, and there's a whole bunch of clothing here as well that we might have to have a little rummage through later on and see if there's any cool stuff that I can spend all my money on. Here we have a FL5 Type R in red. If I was buying one of these cars, I would probably buy a red one. I had the grey colour when I test drove one, and like it was an okay colour, but it was like the MX-5 that I had. It was a weird sort of primal grey. This one belongs to Ensign from Dream Performance. It's got heaps of Mugen parts on it, which explains the little Mugen sticker here. You can obviously tell on the spoiler, that's a Mugen spoiler. We've got some raised ZE40s, which are some of my favourite wheels. Used to have a set of those on my BMW M135i. These things don't really need much to look absolutely stunning, and I think that one is perfectly done. And next to it here, you've got another red EK Civic. This one looks like it's on some Spoon SW388s. You've got a roll cage back there, if you can see that. A couple Recaros, got a Spoon steering wheel and shift knob. BT1 VL Turbo. Again, another car that looks like it's had a full restoration, engine out, everything deleted except what you need, which is an RB30 built with Holden and Nissan. Another car that makes me genuinely sad because I miss my old one so much. Every single time I see one of these, tell you about that. This is a FTRX7 on ZE40s again. Starting to see more ZE40s than T37s, but I'm so okay with that because those are beautiful wheels. Starting to get back towards some Nissan territory. We've got this super nice silver R33 GTR with this really cool dark green engine cover. You don't see too many people paint their engine covers dark green, and that has a single turbo conversion as well. And that is next to a 180 on some CE28s. First set of CE28s that I've spotted today. These are my favorite wheels from Rays. This is not something you see every day. This is a Skyline Canary GTR. This car is absolutely stunning. Looks like it's just come back from a full restoration. Look at all the zinc plated bolts. Lots of attention to detail on this thing. This came after the Hakoska. So there was the Hakoska Canary. Then there was a big break from Nissan for a really, really long time because these didn't actually sell that well. And the next GTR to come after this was actually the R32 in 1989. So there was a very, very big break. And because they didn't sell that many, you don't actually see that many. But I love the rear end on these things. And there's old school Pioneer TS X9s as well. It's a bit of a mouthful. Completely glossed over this. What you've got here is a pearl white V-Spec 2 NER R34 GTR. I feel like I'm saying this in every single video that I make, but the R34 GTR is my all-time favorite car. It's a total dream. I absolutely love it, and seeing something like this in pearl white is such a special sight. I love that number plate as well. I might have to buy this off them one day when I actually get my own one. I want to point out this car. This is a GR Corolla car again that I will actually be driving very soon, so keep an eye out for that. This again is a car that you don't need much to make look really good. It's got some T37 SLs, white on white, again, goated combination. All right, then over this way we've got some more trade stands. So we've got cleaners. Can't say that because I'll get cancelled, but clean as. Got Teen suspension. That's pretty cool to see Teen here as well with the booth. They brought down this super nice NSX. Seen this car a bit online, so to actually see this thing in real life is pretty cool. Some Koenig wheels as well, not something you see very often. We've literally only made it, the doors there. People are starting to come in now, and we haven't even really made it that far yet. So super clean, white 180 SX, white on white again, mad combo. Oh, man. So I almost bought a CL1 Accordion R instead of my Chaser, and I almost wish that I did because like sometimes I just wish the Chaser was a bit more fun, and this car is just so cool. I can't stop looking at it. I wish I had more time, but we really do have to keep cracking on. Logan's Ferrari, we pointed out when it came to my car meet, so if you want to see more in this car, check it out. But this car does have some SSR Formula Mesh aeros on it. Super cool. I would love to do the same thing one day. I talked about that before. This is so cool. I absolutely love this. Lotus Exige, look at those seats. That is a really cool bit of kit. On some Advan tri-spokes as well. Super cool. In the middle section, we haven't quite got here yet. I want to start, no, sorry man, you can clean your car. Evo 8 on LMGT2s. That's crazy. I've never seen that before. That is so cool. These wheels actually suit. Very nice. I really like that. Spirit R FD RX-7. Final special run-out edition RX-7s. This is Spirit R. This one looks like it's got a bunch of factory Mazda Speed parts on it. So I can already tell just by looking at it. You may or may not know the Spirit R comes with the red Recaros, but this one has some Mazda Speed wheels. Really incredibly expensive factory wheel to try and buy now. Pretty sure it has some Mazda Speed wing as well, and bonnet and sides. So pretty sure this car has all the Mazda Speed factory aero bits, which is super cool. This is the top secret R35, one of Smokey Nagata's personal cars. We have shot this at V-Spec Performance, so go and check that out if you want to see it. But one way to know if a top secret car has been built in Japan or Australia is if you look at the roof here. If the roof's carbon, that means it's been done in Japan, but if it's got a painted roof, that means it's been done in Australia. So there's a little fact for the next time you're out and about at a car show. Got this, something I've never seen before, an M2 VSKFs, which is pretty crazy. This super sick S14 Silvia. Then you've got this 180SX. Wow, this might be one of my favorites here so far. F80 M3 CS in San Marino blue. Man, I love this color. I really want one of these cars, specifically in this color. That looks insane. S13 on another set of old school work equipped 05s. Perfect wheel for a Silvia. Tiny wheel gang rise up next to something that you don't see very much, and that's a matte black CLA 45 AMG with rotiforms and aero discs on them. Crazy. This is a VW Golf that looks like it's been chopped into a ute. Look at that, Mark 1 Golf. This is pretty mad. Check that out. It's absolutely sacked, bagged Tiguan. Over here you've got some more rotiform aero discs on this Mark 7 Golf. I've always loved Lapis Blue, such a nice colour. E90 M3 TEs, clean, simple, elegant. You don't need to do much else with these. So here you've got this really cool E36 Vert. I just love how flat these go at the back. And that rear guard looks so cool. Then this is sick. This is Blake Jones's NSX. Again, Spoon Sports like steering wheel. That is so legit. Absolutely love it. And these copper seats with the green stitching that perfectly match the paint of the car as well. And this one as well has some OZ wheels, Brembo brakes. Absolutely love the wheels for this car. They are so period correct. This nice Z3 looks like it's had a custom paint job. Man, these are such tiny cars, but when you put huge wheels on them, it looks crazy. They get another slammed E46 on some Koenigs, E46 Touring. This is a Datsun Triple S Bluebird. Really nice car again. Datsun Sunny right here. This here is a individual color E39 Touring. This thing, every time I see this, blows my mind. Super cool car. Love the rotiforms. How's this for a show car? Oh, it's turbo as well. V16 turbo. That's a cool bit of kit. You can even see under it as well. Man, that is beautiful. Alrighty, now we've come to the back section of the event. There is some super mad stuff over this way. R32 Mark IV Golf. Man, I miss my old ones so much. These are such nice cars. And this one as well has a spoolie boy on it. That is super cool. So 3.2 litre VR6. I might be biased, but one of the best sounding German engines of all time, these things. It's such a unique exhaust tone. Such a cool car. I miss my old ones so much. This one's on some TEs. Big shifter. Oh God, that's so cool. Look at this, RX-8. That thing is sacked as hell. Oh. You've got this LS400. This is mad. So Mark II JZX 100. Check out this number plate as well. That is sick. You don't really see historic plates on JDM cars, so that's really special seeing that. This is on some chrome OG VSKFs as well. Again, super deep dish. God, I love Mark IIs. I genuinely do think that Mark IIs do look better than Chasers. I've always liked the Mark II just because it's that little bit more classy, I think. 300 ZX on some Blitz 03s. I'd love a set of these for the Chaser. These are just some of the best OG JDM wheels. Prefer these over VSKS personally. Check this out. Proper old school JDM style Silvia. I love this car so much. It's from Garage Sakura with a light up license plate as well. This thing is so cool. I love this Don't see too many liveries that are done this well with all the stickers, silver and gold with the chrome. And that old school spoiler, man, that is just mad. We are almost done. A few more things to point out though that we haven't quite got to. I want to go check out some GTRs over here. Midnight Purple 33 GTR on some gold BBS LMs. Got this black 32, again, black and bronze. Just a truly unbeatable combo, seriously. Doesn't get much better than bronze and black in my eyes. Super, super nice. Then we got Sau's Active Red, so AR2. Number plates here, the paint code. Active Red 34. This one's got the gold GTR badges all round, which is super, super cool. One of my favorite cars, I think, in this show. This thing is just mint. So, so mint. And check these wheels out. Proper blitz techno speeds. You do not see these wheels very often, particularly on GTRs. These wheels are very hard to spot on GTRs. And on the inside, it's got some Nismo seats. Nice ND MX-5. This one has some T37 SLs on it and a big spoiler. I actually saw this car last year. It looks cool. Tasmanian plate 370. I wonder if this has come all the way from Tasmania for the show today. If so, that's pretty cool. Love this color. I think this is a Lexus screen maybe. Someone's gonna have to tell me what color this is. That is super nice. Dark blue E90 M3. You might have remembered earlier in the video that we pointed out the dark blue E92. So the E92 is the 2-door, the E90 is the 4-door. Same color. Got Ryan's R32, which just had a bit of paintwork done. You just cannot beat black R32 GTRs. You cannot beat them at all. It's the best color. Another 32 on some LMGT2s and this yellow S2000 with a hard top. I want to point out this yellow S15 behind me as well. Man, this thing, that is not the SR20, obviously. This one's a real showstopper. The neon lights underneath as well. You can't get more early 2000s than this. Veilside RX-7. Check out that engine bay. Holy crap. That is probably one of the most impressive cars I think I've seen here today. This is incredible workmanship. Full Veilside kit. Not only does it have the Veilside kit, we've also got this cool custom airbag tank setup with these custom lights in the boot. That is so sick. Loving this purple EK as well, man. Wow. Another classic old Skyline. Similar to the Canary, but this one is a 2000 GT, so this isn't a GTR. But regardless, I just love these old Pioneers again, like the other car we saw back there. This one has some old school stuff. Proper old school Ken Mary era, non-GTR, but super, super, super cool car. If you know me, you know I'm going to point out as many GTRs as I can. And I want to point this out. This is 34, obviously, but it's got a full dry carbon exposed front end. Like, look at that. You can tell it's dry carbon because it's not glossy like the majority of carbon fiber that you might see. Not quite sure if this is a legit Nismo part for the front end or if it's a reproduction. So there's a couple companies now that are doing reproduction dry carbon front ends, which is really, really cool. So I really like that, leaving the front end exposed. That looks so, so nice on some BBS LM F1 editions next to Midnight Purple R33 that also has the same wheels. So BBS LM F1s. I love this gold. These wheels now are so crazy expensive. It is really, really hard to get your hands on a set, but if you can, like, it just looks like this. So insane. Then you got a right-hand drive E30 M3. So most E30 M3s are left-hand drive. There are lots in Australia that have been converted to right-hand drive. This is one of those examples on some BBS mesh wheels. It looks really, really sick. Always am a big fan of an E30 M3, particularly when it's done so well. Total dream car. Real grail car for me, one of these. Hopefully one day on the channel I'll have one of those in my garage, but man. Alright, this is a F80 M3. Again, modified. These cars look so incredible with some work Kiwamis as well. Not the usual style you see on an F80 M3, but cool to be different. Then over here you've got a E92. It's escaping me, but I think this could be one of the special edition ones with the orange. Completely forgotten what the name of it is, but then a BMW 1M as well. These cars starting to shoot up in value now as well. You don't really see too many of them that have been this extensively modified. Cool bit of kit, manual gearbox, N54, which is twin turbo, 6-cylinder, detachable steering wheel on some Apex wheels as well. Make a lot of wheels, I think, out of the US for BMWs. Over here, I want to shout out probably the most valuable car on the show today. This is a Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren. So these were built in collaboration with McLaren way back in the day. Formula One partnership that was goated in the Lewis Hamilton McLaren era. Super cool car. You don't see many SLRs at all. I don't think there's that many in Australia. But man, the front end on these cars is so big, and the sort of back of it is really small. I've always loved these wheels, man. Insanely cool car. Crazy that this car as well is mixed in with all of the modified Japanese cars, but it still somehow doesn't look out of place. I think just because it's so unique and just something that you just never see at any Australian car show. So for me, this would definitely be in my top 5 easily. This is looked after by the amazing guys, Damo and Nate, the Auto Cache. So if you're in Melbourne, you need some storage and you want your car to be in the same company as things like this and this purple McLaren 600 LT, hit them up. They're good guys. They work very hard, clearly. This here is Z's G-Corp S13. This thing is a full G-Corp kit. So I've got the G-Corp floor mats in my JZX 100 now. And man, this car just looks so cool. Peak late 90s. Early 2000s JDM styling. There is not a better S13 at this show than this car in my opinion. But it looks like he's got a Spec B blue interior from an S15. We've got a couple more S15s over here. 2 A86s. This one's 11. The 11 has the brick headlights, and then next to it is a GTV Trueno. So the Trueno, if you can't tell by the front badge, if you're looking to distinguish them, that has the bricks, and the Trueno has the pop-ups, which is of course the most famous one being the Initial D car that Takumi owned in the anime. Love this Beetle, probably one of the oldest cars here besides the Kenmeri. I think this could actually be, from memory, I reckon this Beetle could be the oldest car in the show today. This thing is sacked as well. I wonder if it's bagged. I can't see an air tank in the boot. It could be static, but so cool to see one of these that's been so well looked after, probably restored as well. That is a cool bit of kit. Next to an EG, love a good EG. So, do you think that this event is one of the best in Australia based off what you've seen today? I'd love to know what your favourite car is in the comments below. My throat is so sore. I'm going to take a bit of a break, go and actually enjoy the event now for myself, catch up with some mates, and just have a closer look at some of these cars, do some short form content, which you'll be able to see over on my Instagram at 2PJZ with an underscore. Go follow me over there. I post every single day, trying to bring better, unique, valuable, and different car content to your feed. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, please hit that subscribe button if you're new. My name's Pat. This is 2PJZ. This has been Black Label 2025. We'll see you next time. Never forget to stay driven.